Hello guys, welcome to Bhamna's Online Academy. So in this video, we are going to learn the SA 220. This video will be a complete coverage of SA 220 plus it is applicable for both inter as well as final students. Yes. So what does SA 220 talk about? So SA 220 says of quality control for an audit of financial statements. So let's first understand what this topic speaks about. So you all know that if there is a company or if there is a firm, there is always going to be a boss for it. Okay, and under this boss there will be a lot of employees who are working. So in a CA firm, okay, who is known as the boss in a CA firm? There will be also a boss, correct? What is this boss known as in a CA firm? He will be known as an engagement partner. He will be known as a partner, engagement partner. What does engagement mean? I already told you, doing of an audit is known as an engagement, correct? So he will be an audit engagement partner, or we can also term it as an engagement partner, and under him a lot of employees and other staff will be working, who we call as personnel. Okay, all the people of the company, yes, of the firm. So this is how basically a firm is constituted of. Here one thing that you have to always remember is that in the last video, like I told you how much internal controls are important for a firm, the same way quality is also very important for a firm. Okay, the better the quality will be, the better will be the work performance. So whose responsibility is to maintain this quality? The quality maintenance in a school, whose responsibility is to maintain the quality? The principal's, the person who is the headmaster, it is their responsibility to keep up with the quality, and that quality they will pass on to all the students, and all the students also have to take care of such quality. The same way, the main responsibility of this quality is of the partner. The partner has to take care whether a proper quality system is in place or not, proper quality policies and procedures are there in place or not, and accordingly that all should be followed by such personnel or employees who are there in the CA firm. Okay, and this entire essay will go around how you can make the quality of your firm better, quality of your audit engagements better. Yes, so I hope you have got a brief understanding of what this essay 220 speaks about. So now let's get into the main standard. Yes, so SA 220, quality control of a audit of financial statements. So you will do the audit of financial statements only as a statutory auditor. What will you do? You will do the audit of financial statements of a company only. In that you have to make sure that the quality is there. You have to take care, you have to have a control over such quality. Who will control such quality? The control of such quality will be in the hands of the partner. Okay, yes, I hope you understood this. So what is the objective of this standard? This objective of the standard, what this standard tells you, that it is the responsibility of engagement partner that he or she has to implement the quality control procedures. Why do they have to implement quality control procedures? Correct. So the first is whatever report they are issuing, the audit report that they are issuing, for it to be appropriate and perfect, because only if the audit is performed perfectly, the results also, as the report, the results will also be perfect. So for an appropriate audit report to be issued, quality control procedures are important, as well as it is important so that everybody in the firm complies with the standards on auditing and whatever legal responsibility is there. Okay, it's only when you have a quality control that you have to comply to all the standards, all the legal requirements, all the ethical requirements, then only everybody will follow it. Okay, now let's understand, this is the chapter. See, I've summarized the essay, entire essay 220 into the 6 blocks which are shown here. Okay, and these 6 blocks will be known as your elements of system of quality control. These are elements of system of quality control. So totally there are 6 elements, and which are these 6 boxes, and if you understand the 6 boxes, our SA 220 is over. All the points have been covered here. So number one, it is the leadership responsibility. Who is the leader here? The leader is the engagement partner. So they are saying in the first one, so it is the engagement partner's responsibility that you emphasize, that you tell the entire firm what is the importance of quality. That it is a engagement partner's responsibility to emphasize on the importance of audit quality. Okay, so what is the importance of audit quality is that when you are performing any work, you should comply with the professional, regulatory and ethical standards. By doing this thing, you will ensure quality in the firm. The same way, if the firm has any internal quality control policies inside the firm, if they have any quality control policies, then that also you have to comply. Okay, so one is outside, external, what is there, professional, regulatory and legal requirements, that also you have to comply. Inside the firm, you have some quality control policies that you also have to comply with. Okay, so by complying these both, what will happen, the audit report will be issued appropriately. So to issue appropriate audit report also, the quality is very very important. And finally, if the engagement team, who is the engagement team, I told you, the staff and employees who are working in the firm, they are also known as personnel and they are also known as the engagement team. Okay, so for this engagement team to raise any concerns without fear, also quality is very very important. So if see, the team who is working in the CA firm will definitely have some concerns. Okay, never a firm is 100% perfect. So all these concerns, if they have to raise without any fear, then this engagement team should also have quality. Okay, so they can tell, no, I followed everything with quality, but still I have some concerns. Okay, so the importance of quality we have understood in this 4 points. And the engagement partner should also emphasize that the quality is very very essential when you are performing an audit. I hope you understood this. What are the 4 points? External, internal, appropriate report, and about the engagement team. Okay, then the second element of quality control is about ethical requirements. That there is a code which is there. This we already read in essay 200. I'm not going to repeat this over again. So here the code you have to comply with, which talks about your confidentiality, objectivity, professional competence, professional due care, and your professional behavior, your integrity. All these you have to take care when you are performing an audit. All these you have to keep in mind when you are performing an audit. So that is also very important for a quality. And also, whoever is performing the audit, they must make sure that they are independent in their mind and appearance also. I'm not explained much about this because this has already been explained in essay 200. Please go watch that video if you did not understand this. Okay, yes. The third important element of quality is whenever you are accepting a audit engagement, whenever you are accepting an audit engagement, or whenever you are thinking of continuing a client relationship, so already you are doing someone's audit, if you are thinking of continuing such client relationship, there are a few things that you have to evaluate before you are going to accept a new audit engagement or continue an existing engagement. Okay, so these information you have to evaluate to ensure what, you have to evaluate to ensure that there is a quality in the firm. Okay, this you can remember using the mnemonic SEFI. Okay, so first, whatever significant matters, if it was an existing audit, then if there is any significant audit that was arisen, sorry, significant matter that was arisen during the current and previous audit engagement, then they should see what is the implication. So previously you performed audit, in that there was some significant matter which came out. It might be a positive one, it might be a negative one. Whatever it is, its implication you have to check. Okay, and according to that only you should decide whether you want to continue with that audit or not. The second is E. E means the engagement team is competent enough or not. Does it have the capability or not to perform an audit engagement? You have to check. Only if they have competence and capability to, if only if the engagement team, the staff and the personnel, if they have the competence and capability to perform audit engagement, you should take up such audit engagement. So whether you take up or take up existing one, a new one or existing one, please check if the engagement team has the qualification to do it or not. Next is F. F means you have to check whether the firm and the engagement team will be able to comply with the ethical requirements or not. You must check whether if they go on such client, whether they'll be able to be of integrity or not, whether they'll be able to maintain professional behavior or not. So whatever the ethical requirements are, here we read now what are the ethical requirements, copy, COPPI. So whether the firm as well as the engagement team, whether they will be able to comply with that or not, if they take up such audit engagement also, you have to check. If the answer is yes, then you can accept and continue. The last one is I. So you have to also check the now here all of this you checked internally. Now externally also you should check something. No, so check whether the integrity of the owners, key managerial personnel or TCWG of the client's owners, whether they are honest people or not. You cannot go and do the audit of Vijay Mallya and then raise up any concerns. You already know they are not honest enough. Yes, so you have to check all of this before you are accepting or continuing a audit. One is significant judgments. The engagement team should be good, and then the firm should comply with the ethical requirements, and the finally is integrity of the owners. Yes. And finally, if the engagement partner, so this is all the information you have to check. And then one more thing is that engagement partner, if he has any information available with him that will cause him to decline the audit, if he has some special information which is going to make him decline the audit, then he should first itself communicate it to the firm where he is working in as engagement partner. So accordingly, they will take up the call whether they want to accept it or not, accept the engagement or not. Okay. The fourth element of quality control is human resources. The better the quality of human resources will be, the better will be your work performance, that we all know. So one, you must make sure that there is sufficient personnel in a firm. Okay. You remember, like we discussed in SQC1, that how can $100 billion worth company be audited by a 11 people tiny engagement firm? It is not possible. You need to have sufficient amount of people in the firm to perform a good quality audit. So first check if there are sufficient personnel, and these sufficient personnel should have the capabilities, competence and commitment to do a good audit. So please check for that. And one more thing that you have to address is that you will have made some quality control policies and procedures in your firm. Every firm will have some quality control policies and procedures. When you go for a articleship, no, when you go and enter into first day in Big Four, suppose you're doing article, or maybe in the top 10 firm also, this they follow this. They will give you one manual which will have all the quality aspects written in it. How you must dress, at what time you must come to the office, how you should perform an audit, what are the important qualities, everything they will give you a quality manual. So this quality manual will contain all the policies and procedure that article should follow. Okay. You must also make sure that such manual is having policies and procedures around these aspects also. Now what are these aspects? Now let's understand this with the help of the story. Okay, so there is one article. This article is going to join what? This article is going to join a CA firm to do his articleship in. Okay, so first here what will happen? A recruitment process will happen. Okay, so they will take the interview of this article. They will see if the article has good what capabilities and competence. They will check in this interview or in this recruitment process whether this articles has sufficient capabilities and competence or not. Okay. And if they have such good capability and competence, the CA firm will accept this article. But before accepting this article, what they will say, they will tell what will be the compensation to the article. They will tell what is the compensation to the article. That means they will discuss about stipend also. They will discuss about the stipend details also. Okay. Yes, so now that the article knows about the compensation, what he is going to do is he will also question the articleship firm on what can be his career growth opportunities here, what how will be his career development here. Okay. And suppose if he joins as employee in the firm, how is his performance going to be evaluated and how is he going to get promoted in the future. So first what happens, this article will come for an interview in the CA firm and a recruitment process will go on. Then the CA firm will check if the article is capable and competent enough. If yes, then what the article will do, the article will understand that he has been selected. Once he is selected, he will ask about the stipend, which is very very important for an article. And after the stipend has been discussed, the article will finally raise a question to the CA firm about what is the career development opportunity here, what how is performance evaluation will be done, and what is this promotion aspects here. So this is what is being discussed here. Okay, so recruitment, competence, capabilities, career development, compensation, performance evaluation, promotion. So with the story I told you, you can remember that. So around all these aspects also, policies and procedures should be there in the firm, so it motivates all the personnel to do a better quality job. Okay, so until now we have discussed four elements of quality control. What are those? So the first one is leadership responsibility, then ethical requirements, then when you accept and continue an engagement, what are the information you have to keep in mind, human resources related to that, what are the quality control. The final two is engagement performance and monitoring. So engagement performance, so what is engagement performance is that, so now as an article you have, so now the article got cut here, wait, okay, so the as an article you have to, you are going to join the firm right now. Okay, so when you are joining the firm, what will happen? So in the starting itself, before they put you into an audit, before they put you into the audit, first they will give you an understanding, they'll give you an understanding about what is their work. Okay, what is your work, and after you have understood the work, they will tell you what is the process that is being followed in the organization to perform such audit. What is the process that is being followed? Suppose they have given you an audit of Reliance. Okay, they will tell you what is there, they'll first give you understanding of the work, like what are the aspects you have to test, how you have to test, and then, so what are the aspects you have to test, they will tell you in the understanding part. In the process part, they'll tell you what are the aspects you have to check. Then they will also tell you that, once this process is done, third one, what will be the exact method, what will be the exact method you have to follow, and how your review etc will be taken care of. And the fourth, they are going to tell you that you have to document everything that you are going to perform. First they'll give you an understanding of the audit, second they'll tell you what is the process of this audit, they'll tell you what is the methodology to do such audit, and then they'll tell you whatever work you have performed, please document that. And fifth, when the auditor, when the article is going to get done all of this, he is going to be in a shock that so much work do we have to do in an audit engagement, that means he will get a current, he'll get a current shock. So this is how you have to remember what I'm going to teach you now. Okay, so first the engagement team who is there. So here first I'll tell you what this talks about. So the engagement performance, so here they are telling that when you're performing an audit also, quality is of utmost importance. So the policies and procedures that you're going to design around quality, please make sure you inculcate all these matters also. So now what are those matters we are going to understand. Okay, so first they'll tell you that the engagement team, whoever is going to work in an audit, they must be briefed about the understanding of their work. So what is the work they are performing, they must have an understanding. Only then, only if you know what is SA 220, you'll be able to write about SA 220. The same way, only if they know what is understanding of their work, they'll be able to perform the work, as simple as that. Okay, and then they process. Okay, so whatever process is there for performing an audit, they must make sure that the process is complying with all the standards, all the applicable standards on auditing, it must comply with. Okay, because when you're doing an audit, what they have told, you must comply with all the essays, so that you should comply. And the person, article who is going to be in that process, they must be given some training and coaching, and also they must be supervised while they are doing the work. Okay, so first give the understanding of the work, the second, make sure that whatever process you are following, you're complying with the standards, and whoever engagement team is there in that audit, they must be given training and coaching, and along with that they must be supervised if everything is going well. Okay, and then the next is what the method of doing the audit, like I told you. So whatever work is being performed by such engagement team, it should be reviewed timely. Okay, so because only when you review timely, if it's like a 3-month audit, every monthly at least the review should happen. Okay, and whatever significant judgments are made while performing such a audit, that significant judgment should also be discussed. And finally, the report or the form which is being issued, that also should be issued in whatever is the appropriate format. Okay, in the appropriate format. So the policies and procedures should tell you a method, how the work is going to be reviewed, monthly or weekly, or how is it going to be reviewed. If there is any significant judgment which is made, how can it be made, and whatever report you are going to issue, what should be the form of such report, such methods also this policies and procedures should tell you. Okay, and finally, how you should appropriately document also, such policies and procedures should tell you. So what are you going to document? You will document whatever work you have performed, and whatever timing and extent of such review is. Okay, so review, for how much time was it held and to what extent was such review held, that also you should document. And finally, the process whichever is followed, the process in the current scenario, whatever process is followed, all such policies and procedures should be current accordingly. Suppose earlier you used to perform audit in offline mode. Now due to, suppose this is a corona phase, imagine, okay, so now everything, if it is done in online phase, what are the policies and procedures for such online audit? Such currently also you should update whatever is there. Okay, according to the current scenario also, please update all your policies and procedures. So how will you remember this? So when an article joins a firm, he will get an understanding of the audit. He will understand what is the process and what is the method to perform such audit. He will document everything and he will get a shock seeing all of such huge things that he has to do. This was about your engagement performance. And finally, monitoring. How are you going to monitor so that you ensure that quality control is being there? So whatever engagements are there, engagement means audits, whatever audits are there, whatever completed audits are there, so you can pick such completed audits on a sample basis and ensure that some inspection is happening using a quality control reviewer. So in every big firm, you will see that there is someone known as a quality control reviewer. So what this quality control reviewer will do is, whatever completed audits are there, for such completed audits, this quality control reviewer will come and review. So whether he will take up, suppose the Reliance audit, whatever we are doing has now been completed. So now a QC person will come and he will check how was this audit done, whether it was done with good practices or not, where all the quality being confirmed to or not. Okay, so this periodic inspection you can take place for completed engagements. And then what is the purpose of such evaluation? Okay, so what is the purpose and what are you going to evaluate? What are the things that you have to evaluate to ensure quality? So the first one is, you must make sure that whenever you are doing this periodic inspection and evaluating, you must ensure that it has adhered to all the professional, legal and regulatory requirements. Professional, regulatory and legal requirements it must adhere to. The second is, whatever quality control system is there in the firm, it must be one appropriately designed and effectively implemented. First design a quality control system and then you have to effectively implement it also. And then the policies and procedures in and around such quality should be appropriately applied. So you have developed a system. In such system you have placed some policies and procedures also. That policies and procedures you must appropriately apply also. Okay, suppose there is a quality control system where you have designed that all the articles should come in a formal wear only. Okay, and that has been implemented also. Most of the people have started coming in a formal wear. Okay, so this is a quality control system. In that, you have set a policy and procedure that whoever is coming in a formal way, suppose if it is a boy, then they must make sure that they are wearing a belt and everything. And if suppose if it's a girl, then appropriate dress code should be followed of colors. They cannot wear funky colors and come. So you must also make sure such policies and procedures are applied properly or not. Okay, they must be implemented, but after implementation you have to monitor weekly, monthly, whether they are applied appropriately or not. And then a follow-up should also happen, follow up by the personnel. So modifications are promptly made to QC policies and procedures. If there is any other follow-up that has to be made, it should also be made. So one, you should adhere to all the requirements. Quality control system should be designed and implemented. Quality control process policies and procedures should be appropriately applied. And finally, a follow-up should happen. So these were the 6 elements of quality control. Okay. So first one was leadership responsibility, ethical requirements, acceptance and continuance of an audit engagement, human resources, engagement performance and monitoring. Okay, so I hope you understood this standard and I was able to concise it for you. So do let me know the feedback on this in the comment section below, and the notes for this standard will be available in my Telegram channel, so you can access it from there. Yes, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you like the video, please make sure to like, share and also subscribe to the channel, and make sure to share it with your CA friends so they are benefited out of this too. Thank you.